Hey, YouTube. Welcome back to the Stolen Attention Podcast. I'm here with my two good buddies, Jeremy and Steven. This is Michael. I'm the
What?
one who won.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Thanks for introducing us.
Hey, what's up?
Very melodramatic, old Jeremy.
I know he
yeah,
was very monotoned.
yeah. It's because I do have a monotone voice. Actually, I have more
Man,
of
it,
like a baritone.
no,
Monotone
monotone means you're boring.
Yeah, kind of.
the second day you were sounding like the Clear Eyes guy. For red eyes, clear eyes.
I mean, Ben Stein.
Wow. Yes.
The way he talks,
Yeah,
he doesn't have to know his name. He's talking about the way you talked.
yeah, I know.
Got itchy eyes, clear eyes for dry eyes.
Wow.
God, I think.
Wow.
Well, he does have an iconic voice, though.
But it's called a monotone voice.
And that's part of his shtick.
Yeah.
So, yeah. How's everything with you guys?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Just enjoying some time off of work and hanging out with you guys. And
Driving around my big giant tank.
yeah, because I don't have my car. The car's sitting at home.
So, something about that rattling from our trip to the clubhouse.
Yeah, that was actually my brake rotor because Steven actually looked at it and I looked at it also, and it was my brake pad is actually kind of eating into my brake rotor.
It is for some reason.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is hopefully tomorrow I'll replace my brake pad.
Yeah.
If I have the time, because every single time I have some time to do something, something else comes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's been going on with me.
All right. Now thinking about famous things that people say or how they say things comes to our subject today. So my question is, what is your favorite quotes or things that somebody said to you that has influenced your life?
You're gay.
That's what
No.
that's what inspired Steven to become so gay.
The reason why I bring this up, once again, I'm reminded of the kind of thing that inspired this very podcast. What my dad said, about who we are and how he found it absolutely hilarious.
He thought it was funny that one of us could be gay?
Yeah,
even though we're not. I was gonna say, I know I ain't.
And I might question about Jeremy sometimes.
I definitely question Michael.
I think everybody questions you a lot.
But how funny we are and how we just go from subject to subject. He always loved that.
Yeah.
So, and it was that kind of quote, that little anecdote of what he said, that gave us an inspiration to bring this podcast to life.
Yeah.
So,
and I was gonna say real quick, just in case if there's anything going on with the Mogs in this one, we're still having some trouble with the mics.
Yeah.
We're still having to kind of work with them and mess with them.
So bear with us with our sound.
Yeah, but when it comes to like famous quotes, I guess some like military leaders will be mine, like what Robert E. Lee said about war. Everybody knows the Confederate General Robert E. Lee.
Mm-hmm.
He goes that war is so terrible. It's good that war is so terrible. Otherwise, we will grow too fond of it. And so far, I think that's kind of true what's going on in this world, because there's so much war and so much violence going on. Everybody's become fond of it.
Yeah.
So that right there would actually be one of my favorite quotes, because it speaks truth about what's going on.
Yeah, there's this one that I'm reminded every time I watch the news. A little guy named Otto von Bismarck comes to my mind. He goes, "The entirety of Europe is a powder keg, and the great men are smoking in it." And I don't know. I can tell you when when it will all blow up. I can tell you where it will be some damn fool thing in the Balkans.
Yeah, and that it happened.
And
multiple times.
and right now, it's not just Europe. It is Europe, Asia, Middle East, South Africa,
And even here in America.
in America, here in the Americas, South America is having some. Thankfully, we have a.
I think I found the issue.
Oh, good. Some noise cancellation by using the pillows.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that's what the only thing that was different from the last recording to this one.
Yeah.
We had moved some pillows this recording, and because we were trying to do a little different setup real quick, and so we moved some pillows, and then all of a sudden we were having issues again.
And one
Yeah.
of those pillows has another famous quote.
Yeah,
Not
I like that.
all
I
who-
actually like that
not
quote. That was
all-
actually going to be a quote I was going to say.
It says, "Not all who wonder."
Yeah,
Do you know where that's from, Jeremy?
Lord of the Rings.
Yes, indeed.
good job. I'm happy you actually knew that.
Yay!
I
Press the
stole it
applause
from you.
button.
Huh. I ain't gonna push that. I'm just gonna. I will say that's one of my favorite quotes because, I mean, it does talk about wonder or
Yeah.
wander
Yeah.
because wandering could be just you daydreaming.
Yeah.
It could be you walking around.
I mean, whether if it's like physical or some people feel like they're spiritually lost.
Yeah,
Or
And-
not. It's not the idea of being lost. You're not exactly lost either. It's that you
just
are
not
having an
found.
adventure,
yeah.
and you're off on an adventure, and and there's days where you need just to drop off and go into the woods and let the brain go.
Let
Left
the
and
brain
right.
heal.
I was gonna say you just go out to the woods, whip out your dick, and start beating a tree with it. That's all you gotta do. And then
That's how
I
you get
thought
it
I
with
thought
being
you
well
were I thought you were about
Yeah.
to say that you just need to go out into the woods and whip out your dick and just start beating people with it.
there's a great TV show. There's a great TV show called Spaced. It's from like the late '90s, early 2000s. It's a Simon Pegg movie or TV series, right? And it only had one season. I think there was a total of like 10 movies or 10 episodes. I mean,
Yeah.
they have this. It's about him and this woman meeting up. All they are is they just kind of like they only meet each other for a couple days. They both got kicked out of their place of where they're living, and so they're now like, oh yeah, trying to find a roommate. And then all of a sudden she finds a thing, and they're like, oh, she's like, oh man, look at this, and it goes professional couples only. So whenever you know what it means by professional couples only, right?
Yeah, like married couples and all that.
Married or boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
And so, they come up and they're reading that, and they go, "Well," somebody goes, "Oh man, I guess it can't be us because professionals got to be professional marriage or couples."
Yeah.
And she's just sitting there staring down, going like, "Yeah." And it means she wants to fake them being together.
Yeah.
But there's a
Kinda like
character
keep
in
the
there.
System.
Yeah, but it turns out in the end, it was a misprint. It was supposed to say, does not need to be a professional couple.
Uh-huh.
Is what it was supposed to be. But the guy who was topping it out, all he heard was professional couple only.
Yeah.
But in the show, there's a guy named Brian.
Yeah.
And he goes down there, and somebody goes down there, and he goes, "Hey man, we're having a party up on our unit. You want to come up there and join us?" And he goes, "I will later." And he goes, but like whenever he's walking down there, all you hear is and he's like, he knocks on the door, it stops, and Brian opens up the door. It's just like by a creek. And he's like, "Brian, what are you doing in there?" He goes, painting." And he goes, "Oh, okay. Well, we're having a party. Would you want to come up there and join us?" And he goes, "I will later." And he
Yeah.
goes, "Okay." He goes, "Why are you naked?" And he goes, "Don't worry about it." And he walks off, right?
Yeah.
And you start hearing,
Oh yeah, and he's
Essentially-
painting with his dick.
yeah. And It's funny as hell. And I bought that show like forever ago because I love Simon Pegg.
That kind of reminds me of a video I saw on YouTube not too long ago about this guy in England. Apparently, he's at a friend's barbecue or something, and there's these two kids that are arguing with something, and this little boy ends up taking this little girl's toy away or something, and she's sitting there crying, she's mad and everything. She's saying, "Get it back," and the kid's name is Noah. And the guy walks up to him and says, "Noah, give it back," and he goes, "No," so he just slaps him.
Yeah.
He goes, and then the guy's then the kid's dad walks up. He says,
He slaps him too. Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen
It
this.
turns out to an all-out slap fest. He walks up to these two little girls. And
He just he slaps both of them. Then all the parents are like, "Hey!" and he starts slapping them one by one.
Slap fest. He ends up slapping the cops and everything.
It's fun. It's hilarious. I tell you.
That was just like one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Another of my favorite quotes. It's from a little movie called The Hobbit.
Yeah.
And it's it's the last words that Thorin Oaken Bilbo. If the more of us valued food, cheer, and song above hoarded gold, it would be a merrier world.
Yeah.
But sad or merry, I must leave it now.
Well, since we were talking about like movie quotes and everything, I actually just watched this clip I believe yesterday or the day before, but it was Pokemon the first movie.
Yeah.
It's the Mewtwo quote.
I was gonna say
he
the
goes,
most famous quote: "Pika, Pika, Pika, Pikachu, Pika."
No, but it's when Mewtwo says, "I see now that the circumstances at one's birth are irrelevant. It is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are." And I was like, Pokemon has actually had some pretty incredible life messages.
I know, like that.
Yeah.
Don't talk to crazy ass bitches in the road.
And,
Be careful of strangers because they may try to fight you.
Yeah. Well, tell that to Ash because apparently when Pikachu electrocuted the crap out of him,
Yeah.
he goes, "Pikachu."
Don't mess with wild animals. Yeah.
Don't mess with Mew or Mewtwo either.
The one of my favorite quotes, I will tell you that it's from a song. Well, not a song. It's a spoken poem.
Be a lyric.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that'd be a lyric, but it's a spoken poem, and it's at the end of a song. But it says that how do you know how I feel? How can you say you know how anyone feels?
Yeah.
Because you could always say, "Oh, I know how you feel. I know how you feel."
Yeah,
but do you truly know how that person feels at that moment?
Yeah.
The reason why is because you interpret feelings different than I.
Yeah. Which means
Michael interprets them different than we do.
Yeah. Which means that you can say that you know how they feel. Maybe you've gone through it, but maybe they're going through it a different way.
That's why you never say that. And the purpose of that quote is to pretty much say that don't say you know how a person feels.
Yeah.
Say I understand how you feel.
Yeah.
Because you can understand the same feeling, but you don't interpret it in their way.
Yeah.
And see, and I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, I've done that before where I said, I know how you feel and I understand this.
And then people get mad, right?
No?
Like, well, anytime I've ever said, oh, I know how you feel about something like that, people will come up and be like, well, how do you know how I truly feel? Like, well, shit, okay, sorry.
Yeah. I've only had one person get mad at me one time, and apparently he was an ex-Marine or something like that, but he said that he was having like a bad day and said, I know how you feel. He goes, no, you don't.
Yeah. That's why you should always say, I understand. I understand how you feel.
Yeah, especially in those kind of circumstances. there are parts of life that you cannot know unless you literally lived in that person's shoes.
Yeah.
I was talking to my neighbor about a guy who I talk with all the time and counsel. And I like one of the biggest things is there's a translation that you cannot get to because you not live their life. You
Yeah.
cannot talk to a military guy and say I understand what you're going through without
When
knowing what he's gone
well,
through.
I was also young and dumb when I said, guess I
Yeah.
was just trying to make the guy feel better.
And
Yeah.
that's when you just want to please tell. That's when you want to go like, hey, let's grab a drink, and I want you to tell me what's going on. You know,
Well, I was at work too, so I couldn't have grabbed the guy a drink.
Well, it's not saying right then and there. He's talking about after work.
yeah, you got. Hey, if you ever want to sit down, dude, I will buy you a drink, and you
Jeremy.
and you can, and that's how you build those kind of friendships.
Like, why would Michael be talking about while at work?
I don't know. I was just saying that it happened to me while I was at work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was that you were at work.
Yeah.
that was that information.
But no, even if you are at work, it still implies let's go and get a drink after work.
Yeah,
No.
hey,
It'd be
if you
funny.
ever-
It'd be funny if I went in there and it's like, you know what? Screw this job. I'm gonna go get drunk.
But that's what that saying implements.
Yeah.
It's not saying right then and there while
Yeah.
you're at work.
Yeah.
It's hey, let's go and get a drink. We'll go and get a drink after work. Is what that is implying.
Sometimes you need that somebody to sit with you,
Yeah.
hear you out, man.
I know. Yeah.
But
Trust
see,
me, I feel like I need that multiple times a day when I'm at
I
work.
thought he was about to say, "I need that right now."
I need
It's
it
just-
right now.
and he starts crying.
It's
I'll say
so
I've
hard.
seen awesome situations within podcasts where stuff like that happens.
Yep.
One of my favorite things I ever saw was with the Unsubscribe podcast. One of the guys who is one of their frequent guest hosts is a guy known as Angry Cops, Sergeant High, the detective in Buffalo, New York. He's also a active actually no, I think he's reserve of the Army National Guard as a drill sergeant.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, so he's seen some stuff.
he's seeing some stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you ever look into his background, dude, the guy was part of some of our more shady parts of our military, particularly the trying to remember what it's called, but basically information.
Yeah.
He was part of
Like
intelligence.
intelligence.
He was part
yeah.
of the intelligence part.
Yeah.
So there's a particular part of the army that will that their job is to get information from the people.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think people know what.
Yeah. I think
Intelligent
they know what
branch
intelligence
is.
is.
Yeah, and
I mean, look
they're
at what intelligence just did with Maduro.
nicely done too.
Yeah, that was a flawless operation.
So he brought up a situation because the schools were trying to hide the situation, and he had to make ways so that this can be dealt with. That the schools were hiding abuse situations.
Yeah,
from the police.
I've seen like cases like that and like heard stories about stuff like that,
Yeah, and
like fraud and abuse and all this other type of stuff.
and it was being buried at the schools.
And not to
he
mention
got-
the government officials were hiding it also.
So-
they didn't want the public to find out about it, otherwise they'll lose their
Oh,
funding.
where that guy was from.
yeah,
Yeah,
at the Buffalo school
yeah,
school district.
Mhm.
And he's a SVU detective, so special victims unit. He was a detective with that girl, and he's still a detective with them.
He was a real life Law and Order SVU.
He is.
God.
He is legit, dude. So if you ever get to watch his stuff, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But he went on this podcast. And he goes like, "Hey, except for our usual after video, can I steal the podcast and just get something off my chest?" Because and he was like hurt about this. And he goes, I need to yap about this. And because of it, it hit the news. It went all over the place, and all the things that were being hidden was coming to light.
In other words, it was just like a big old target with a big bullseye.
And that's because he felt comfortable enough to talk with his best buddies
Yeah.
about a situation he's dealing with as a police officer.
Yeah.
You see, it's kind of like my friend that passed away a few months ago, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
He was a U.S. Marine veteran that served in Vietnam, and he was a sniper, so he was behind enemy lines,
Yeah.
and
See,
he had to shoot and kill and all that.
yeah. See, some of them get
Yeah.
some crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
He had
Crazy
to.
PTSD.
Yeah, his was insane because there were times whenever he would have like complete night terrors.
Mm-hmm.
Like he would wake up in the middle of the night just screaming bloody murder, and he just became so uncomfortable he didn't even want to talk about it. But then whenever he became more open to it, I think he started to feel better about it.
See, yeah.
He had to do what he had to do to survive over there.
Yep.
He said he never liked it. He did not like
A lot of
being
them
over in
didn't.
Vietnam.
Yeah, because one, the guys in charge of our military, they were coming from an idea of we're going to have another World War II
Yeah.
or another Korean War. Vietnam was not either one of those.
World
No.
War II was
It
worse,
was-
though.
It was a to one's opinion.
Yeah.
With World War II, there was still honor. There were still not doing as much jungle warfare, and you're not doing as much.
Dude,
Um,
have you ever met the Japanese?
They had a little more. They had a little more.
They knew how
better.
to fight guerrilla warfare.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
guerrilla warfare became a lot worse with Vietnam.
Plus,
Vietnam was bad.
Yeah, no. But here's one thing the Japanese did that the Vietnamese didn't do. And Vietnamese never loaded themselves up into planes and drive themselves into a ship.
Well, no,
That's
but
called a
the,
kamikaze.
but the yeah,
Oh,
but
but they
each
would
one
not-
has different kind of aspects on crazy shit that they
Yeah, I
done.
know.
Like
I
the
just say war is just absolutely
like the
No.
Vietnam War. In the Vietnam War, they'll take U.S. citizen soldiers and put them on top of certain grounds and
Yeah.
let bamboo grow through them
Yeah.
and torture them like that.
Then there's also
And I've seen the
kids will be
minefields
loaded
also.
with C4,
Yeah.
and you will get and some kids come up to you, hey, can I shine your shoes?
They had
and
that in
you're-
World War II also. I know what it is, the rigged bombs and such.
Well, the kids will come up to you, and you're shining your shoes, and you're like, hey, sure, trying to build connection with the locals. That's one of the major things you want to do. You want to win the hearts and minds,
Yeah.
and also
But-
that kid's a bomb.
Yeah.
But see,
That-
I
that's-
will.
that's
I will.
still
That
goes
kid
on to
pulls
this
out a gun
day.
and kills you, and
Yeah.
you don't.
But
know
I will
who-
also say this though too about the Vietnamese War. American soldiers aren't innocent either.
Yeah.
No.
But
Like I've heard stories about American soldiers going into
Yeah.
houses and raping the little girls in there.
There were.
And whenever I mean the little girls, I'm not talking about like, the 17,
Yeah, you're
18.
talking about like kids that are like 10 and under.
Yeah. And just to do it because they're like, oh, well, we're here to torture them.
Yeah.
That's the thing about that.
That brings
American
me,
soldiers were not good during that time period.
that,
either.
that brings me
What?
back to the quote by Robert E. Lee: "War is terrible."
Yeah.
But you know, there's always going to be good apples and bad apples.
Yeah, and see, and I understand not all American soldiers were like that.
Yeah, Doc wasn't like that.
No, but that's the thing. That was the thing that really, like, some people will sit there and they're like, "Oh yeah, you know, our soldiers fought great, and they were so great during the Vietnamese War."
Yeah.
And then you bring up that subject, something like them doing something like that, or just going into a house and just killing innocent Vietnamese, and they're like, "No, they would have never done that. They were the American soldiers. They're great."
Yeah, that's why they were called baby killers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's this talking about quotes. There was one famous quote that I'm always reminded. They're Voltaire or Nietzsche. Be careful
Avicii?
in slaying.
Avicii. He has a good quote called, you know, the knots.
Yeah, rest in peace, Avicii.
Yeah.
Every time I say that name, I always gotta say rest.
Yeah,
He was a great artist.
definitely. So it was either Voltaire or Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche, who said, "Careful when fighting monsters that you don't become one."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Makes a lot of sense.
Because that was my thing about, like I said, about some of that stuff that we were just talking about there. You know, I understand, you know, war is not, you know, not anybody is perfect in war. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, there's always, like I said, good apples, bad apples.
But I will say that the Vietnamese War was probably one of the worst wars we've ever had.
Yeah.
Not just because of how it happened or anything like that, just because both parties were not good.
Yeah.
Neither party was innocent in any means.
Now
Like they done some crazy shit on both sides.
Now, when it comes to terms of casualties,
Agent Orange, napalm.
Yeah.
basically chemical warfare.
Yeah.
But when it comes to terms of casualties, I mean, World War II's got everybody beat. They had like 70 million deaths worldwide.
See, World War II, that was with the Nazis and whatnot,
the
right?
deadliest conflict in human history.
You know what's crazy? If you ever watched Doctor Who, there's an episode called The Child, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's what it's called. I could be wrong on that. But
so is it the one where they go back in time to kill Hitler, and this is when you re-meet in
they don't go back in time to kill Hitler. This is Doctor Who. He doesn't kill anyone.
No.
That reminds me of
he
Family
doesn't
Guy.
kill, but they go back in time because this one character wants to kill Hitler.
Yeah.
And she kind of hijacks the TARDIS, and if you find out that this is actually River Song.
Yeah. No.
But you might be. Are you talking about the one where they're in Britain, and they're and it's that child with the gas mask?
That one.
Yeah, I think that's the child.
You know,
it's the reason why I said the child.
That reminded me of an episode of Family Guy.
Episodes.
Yeah, but I mean, I said the child.
So,
I mean that's referring to that one episode right there. Not all World War II episodes of Doctor Who.
That did remind me of an episode of Family Guy where it shows this part where Stewie and Brian, I think Chris, they all go back in time and they come across somebody that they thought was Charlie Chaplin because he was performing silently.
Yeah, it was actually Hitler.
Yeah, and they gave him some money. He goes, "Guten Tag."
Yeah,
I think that was actually Hitler.
But anyways, on that Doctor Who episode called The Child, I guess it's called The Child. Anyways, it's about
a kid.
They go back in time, and it's during World War II in Great Britain, okay?
Yeah.
And whenever they're there, of course it's going to be in Great Britain because a lot of it takes place in Britain. Yeah,
Europe.
Well, in Britain. But in England, I mean.
A lot of the air combat happened over Britain.
Yeah, but a lot of ground warfare.
No, there wasn't really ground.
Well, if you'll let me finish, I said there was a lot of ground warfare over there in the Pacific.
Well,
anyways,
yeah,
I'm trying to get this out real quick. In The Child,
interrupting Steve.
And the child, he comes up, and this kid, he's trying to find his mother. But he has a gas mask. Yeah, and that's what he's walking around saying. He'll, whenever he's walking around and he's trying to find his mother, he's walking around going like, "Are you my mommy?" And essentially, what he's doing is he's killing people
Yeah.
that are not his parent. That is not his mother. And
Yeah, I remember that episode. So what is happening is it's not the kid who's killing him. It's actually a medical device, a ship
yep.
that Captain Jack Harkness.
And
This
see,
is when
I
you
was
first meet him.
yeah. See, I was going to get to this point.
Yeah.
I just
Just right.
no, I didn't forget.
No,
but
there
like I
was-
said, well,
there
hang
was
on,
a,
hang on. What I was saying is that he was going around and he had that medical device that was trying to
Yeah.
constantly heal the kid
Yeah.
because the kid is technically dead.
Yeah. Like
It
a
did-
zombie or something?
No,
No,
No.
like the medical device mistakenly thought that the mask was actually part of the kid.
yeah, because he died during a bomb drop,
Oh, damn.
and so the medical device was trying to heal him, so it made the mask part of his skin.
Oh.
And essentially, he finds his mother, but what happens is his mother's actually I think she's a 18-year-old girl who got
Yeah.
raped at 11, and she got pregnant from it. And she just abandoned him. Like, she raised him saying that he was her sister, and then eventually, he dies, and she just kind of left it like that.
Yeah.
And,
What a way to die.
yeah, but
Not a good way.
he started coming back trying to, like, are you my mom? And well, eventually he finds her, and she, admits that yes, that she's the mother and this and that. And after she admits it, she takes the mask off,
Ooh.
and eventually he goes away.
Yeah.
I think I think the
Yeah,
medical thing actually.
There was.
They finally recognized that the mask is not a part of his face.
Yeah,
And fully healed him, and then it's one of the best Doctor Who episodes when everybody gets to live. There's a lot of people die in Doctor Who.
yeah.
There was this
It's-
movie.
I was gonna say, and
So
that
there
was
was
I was gonna say, and that's
Yeah.
also where his quote comes from. One of
Yeah,
his
there,
quotes.
there was a
everybody
movie.
lives.
There was a movie that my mom likes. It's called The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh yeah.
It's about this little boy who's his dad is like a high-ranking German Nazi SS officer,
Mhm.
and he's in charge of like one of the concentration camps and such. When this little boy he befriends one of the Jewish prisoners, and they become best friends and everything. They start playing with each other every day, and then
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
then, he ends up
Yeah.
going into the furnace and everything.
Yeah. He gets
But,
killed.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, but there's also another an HBO miniseries called The Pacific, where it shows these Marines. They're going into into what remains of this house that got hit by a bomb,
Yeah,
and there's this lady in there, Japanese woman. She's nearing death. She's mortally wounded, and he one of the Marines walks up to her, and she grabs his gun like this, by the muzzle, and he puts it up to her forehead, and she wants him to blow her brains out.
yeah. Well,
And instead of doing that, he doesn't know, but instead he hugs her. And then later on, whenever she does die, they find a baby there that was still crying.
well, see, what I was gonna say was that Michael. That's where one of Michael's quotes come from. That he always says is the timey-wimey.
Yeah.
Tommy
That-
Wimey Wibbly Wobbly.
Yeah, that comes from Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's from the when you first see the
Blink,
angels.
don't blink.
Yeah, don't blink. I think it's called Blink.
I think I was gonna say actually I think it's called Blink.
Yeah.
But
We just spent a
the
lot of time
is
talking
like
about
a
war.
ball of wibbly wobbly. I mean,
Mhm.
wimey stuff.
see, it's a really good. That's a it's a good show. If
Hey,
you ever get
how
the
about-
chance.
How about we talk about some like very iconic quotes from like other movies? Like, of course, everybody knows the quote from Gandalf that goes, "You shall not pass," which that became a meme also.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like whenever you're trying to go down the hall and someone's standing in your way, they go, "You shall not pass."
Let's see. That's I don't know what another famous quote is. The cake is not a lie, or the cake is a lie.
Hi.
I remember that. That's a famous thing because that's from Portal.
Yeah. You can't have your cake and eat it too, or something like that.
No, it's called.
No, there was that quote also.
Oh yeah, that's a quote too.
Yeah, and like, what's the
But-
point of that? If I have my cake, I'm gonna eat the damn thing. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see. Yeah, for one of the things that I can't remember. I was going to say something now. I forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say now?
I try to remember some my favorite Shakespeare.
Hey, there's a good quote right there too.
Definition of conviction.
Yeah, what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Yeah, I like that one. You know, and no, I'm not really too big on quotes. I will say that there are some that are actually kind of heart touching. You know?
Here's the one by John Lennon. I knew there was another one from a famous singer that I just couldn't think of. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans.
I thought you were about to say life is what happens to you when you're too busy having sex.
Well, see, it's to me that makes a lot of sense on what he's saying there because it's true. You don't expect what life brings you.
Yeah, it's like you don't expect perfection right off the bat.
No, but you never know what's going to come your way.
Definitely. One of my other favorite ones from Harry Potter is "Curiosity is not sin, Harry. Practice caution."
What?
It's from
He tried
just
to
repeat
he
the
tried
quote
to do
without
it in
an
a
accent.
yeah, he tried to
I
do
couldn't
it
understand
in
it.
a British accent.
Curiosity is not sin, Harry.
Ah,
Curiosity
yeah.
also killed the cat, apparently.
Sorry, it was
but
just
do practice caution.
whenever you were trying to do the accent, I could not understand you at all.
Yeah.
Well, of course, there's also another well, we were talking about like war and such. There's also another famous quote by Plato that kind of speaks true. It says, "Only the dead have seen the end of the war."
See, there was another one thinking about it that I was going to say that I knew it's a Harry Potter one as well. I just got to try to see if I can. I'm going to
Yeah,
look it up.
I know one that has influenced our lives. in the
You're a
way
wizard, Harry.
that has influenced our lives in the way we do things. It's from a little TV show called The Magic School Bus.
Oh, yeah.
Take chances, make mistakes, get messy.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that quote.
Yeah. See,
And
I swear there
that's
was like
good
a
one to live
Luna.
by.
I swear there was like a Luna Lovegood one that I remember, but I
Yep.
don't remember.
Was it the one that you're not bad? You're just as sane
Saying as I am, yeah.
Ooh, I just found a good one. It's from Gandalf.
Because I was gonna say that's a
Some believe that it is only great power that can hold evil in check, but that is not what I found. I found it is the small things, everyday deeds by ordinary folk that keeps the darkness at.
yeah.
As Gandalf.
I was just say
The Lord of the Rings had a big influence on our life, I guess.
here's another funny Harry Potter one. He can run faster than Severus Snape confronted with shampoo. But I don't know. There's tons of quotes out there
Yeah.
that are, just it's hard to remember them all. And, you know, you can't always know them all. You know what I mean? But
Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde said, "The man who can't, no, sorry, the man who says his wife can't take a joke forgets that she took him."
see, and I like Harry Potter. I like Harry Potter a lot. Me and Brittany actually just rewatched all of them. So I like
Probably
this
would.
one. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then,
Here's a funny one actually by Robin Williams.
oh
It
yeah,
says,
Laugh.
why do they call it rush hour when nothing moves?"
yeah.
Like traffic. There's
Yeah.
so much rush hour.
So how
Uh,
about as a little addition to this? What is something that somebody told you that you brought to your heart?
Stop being stupid.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Don't be dumb.
My mother said, "No more alcohol in the house."
Well, I was gonna say I'm serious about the stop being stupid thing.
Yeah, no.
You have a story with that?
Just essentially just.
Just the quote.
Well, no, it's an actual thing. It was just my dad saying it one time, like you're being stupid all the time, or this and that. Because
my dad came up. My dad came up with a quote that was kind of like that. He said, "Don't ask stupid questions."
But
Like,
see, mine was just growing up, I would always ask like random shit.
Yeah.
And like I remember one time I asked the teacher. I was to give granted, I was only like, I don't know, 6, 7 years old. And I was like, I wonder where who experienced the first, I wonder where the first person got their paper cut out or something like that, right?
yeah.
I was like, and I wonder if that's how, they decide that's what they're going to be calling it, a paper cut, experiencing that. And this teacher got pissed, put me in ISS for asking that kind of question. And my dad came up and he was just like, you need to stop asking stupid questions.
Sounds just like my dad.
And I was just like, what the heck?
Like
I was like 6 or 7.
You get put in ISS all because you asked a question that you were curious about.
Like
that's
I was
what
curious.
The teacher's there for. He's supposed to educate you.
Yeah, but what it was she was having a mental breakdown.
So she was having her period.
No, she was having a mental breakdown because the next year she got arrested and was put in a mental asylum.
Oh.
She threatened to attack a student.
Oh, then yeah, she deserves to be in jail.
So that's why it's like, damn, what happened to her? I think it was she threatened to attack a student after she got home after that.
Like
and they found out that she was trying to attack her husband or something like that.
You were afraid to ask that question again, weren't you?
Well, never saw her again. She was in prison.
Like, are you gonna like they hire a new teacher? Are you gonna attack me if I ask you this question? Because that's what they did. That's teacher.
What the last teacher did to me? No.
Not like she was just a complete bitch.
But no, she was fucking mental, dude. Dang, how many times I gotta tell you?
In other words, she was a bitch.
But see, that's just what I remember always being told. Stop being stupid.
Well, my dad he just always told me to stop asking stupid questions. Like, I'll just ask like a random question.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, my teachers never really did that to me.
They sure did it to me, and I don't know what the heck was her problem.
I remember one time I was sitting with my great granddad. My great granddad, he was a saltier, real laid back, chill dude. And one of the things he said, you would find the best conversations are ones that are far away from phones, but found in living rooms, sitting around in a circle with 2 Dr. Peppers in it. Because what he will do, we'll sit around in his living room, and he will put one Dr. Pepper in each of your hands.
Yeah.
Reason why is that we won't pick up our phones because
yeah.
he was one of the things he wanted to make sure that we all knew was the art of the conversation.
Yeah.
So he put
See,
Dr. Pepper in both hands.
Here's what I would have done.
But so we have some cans of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Jeremy won't even have Dr. Pepper to be with the
Yeah,
conversation.
good. All I'd have is just empty cans.
Yeah, I still got like half a can of Dr. Pepper out here. We got them at the same time, and his are gone.
Well, that's because I emptied both of these into my.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
So
you did.
He
Now my
would,
cup's gone.
he would
Yeah.
go from he would talk with each of the grandkids and each great grandkids. How's everything going? What's going around in your life? He would go to each and every one of us in a circle to check up on everybody, and we would sit around. We would all we'll talk all the night long, and there were nights where we just stayed at his place because we just fall asleep in our chairs at 1 o'clock in the morning because we just kept yapping and picking on on little foods.
Yeah.
He we'll have big old potlucks at his house with so much food that if somebody comes to the front door, oh, they're not allowed to leave until there's no more food.
And just think, those are
Or they're
memories that
full.
you'll cherish forever.
Yeah, and this is the what, and with these things are things that I want to try to bring. If
Like,
Lord-
if you have kids
Lord
of your
willing,
own.
if I end up with a wife and kid, they're the kind of things I want them to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's these thoughts of, the the dying of the idea of having neighbors.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, we could have left the door open.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we were a high trust society, and that's what he grew up on. Now, this guy was a medic in World War II,
Yeah.
and this guy, I think, last time I remember, he has a bronze and silver star recipient.
Yeah.
He has Purple Heart. The guy was a war hero, and nobody knew about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he
we've been-
kept quiet about it. Because
because-
a lot of veterans don't like talking about their experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a nurse in World War II in the German front, and we wanted to pick his brain.
Yeah.
But he never talked about that because his greatest pride was not really his military career. It was a afterthought.
Yeah.
His pride was the family
Yeah.
his pride was his kids and great grandkids and great great grandkids. He got
Yeah.
to the great greats.
Well, when you think about it, though, when you're a soldier like that, your men are like your brothers. So
Yeah.
they're your family away from your family.
Yeah.
So what he was trying to do is he was trying to save his family members from those that want to do harm to him.
Yeah. So I'm going to say we're at 47 minutes, almost 48 minutes. Probably going to have to
Yeah,
end
but
this episode here.
Oh,
All
I
right.
can't see the screen because I'm literally sitting like
You,
at an
you
angle
don't,
away from it.
you don't have to worry about the screen.
Okay, don't worry about the screen. I need to worry about the screen.
No,
So-
I got to worry about the screen.
Well, both of you got to worry about the screen. I can't see shit.
I was going to say, I got to worry about the screen because I'm the one controlling it and making sure all of our mics are working correctly.
Yeah.
He's the one controlling our minds and we're his slaves and all that.
and I gotta-
we got to do whatever he wants.
I'm the one that's doing all the technical stuff.
Steven, our tech guy.
So I'm the one having to watch the time. I'm having to watch all three of our mugs, make sure they're just being caught.
I'm the one watching this big gulp cup, which is in the shape of a drum.
Yeah.
So our winner today is drumroll.
Not even pick.
Steven.
Huh? I was gonna say, I'm gonna be honest. The drum roll didn't even pick up on the mocks.
Yeah,
Oh.
most likely.
Yeah, there was a drum roll.
But anyway,
see this cup right here. It's actually in the shape of a drum, and it has straws that are in the shape of drumsticks.
Awesome things you can find at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, let's see if it can pick up.
right there, yeah.
There it goes.
Oh, and I want to see if I can get a good drum roll.
You could tell you never played the drums.
Yeah.
Well, for
So,
one, drumsticks, you're not supposed to keep them from moving. They have to move in your hands. Because they kind of bounce back, is what it is.
we'll teach that later.
Yeah.
So,
Ow.
we'd like to thank you. Please like, subscribe, share about this channel. We're so thankful that that we're able to get our channel be recognized by YouTube recently.
Thank you, YouTube.
I was gonna say, I mean, it's not recognized by YouTube.
I still said thank
It's
you to
getting
YouTube.
impressions,
Yeah,
which means it's not that YouTube's recognizing us. It means the algorithm is recognizing us a little bit.
Yeah, we're being recommended on different
On
Yeah.
different
Also being
channels, on different.
recommended.
Come on, Michael, spit it out.
so we can we're spreading there. So please like, subscribe, watch more of our videos.
Share them if you have to.
Yeah.
Get those view numbers up. Help us out. Get this started.
'Cause all
We'd
the
like to
view,
thank
all the
you.
view, all the views and subscribers really help us out a lot.
They do, and like I said, it's more that we're not being recognized by YouTube, not fully yet, anyways. It's just the algorithm's kind of picking us up a little bit. It's pushing out our videos more,
Yeah.
and we are striving to just keep it going and have a good videos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
And the more videos we get and more views we get, our quality is going to get better and better and better.
And your contributions will definitely help us.
well, we're not taking contributions.
I know, but views.
Yeah, I was gonna say their only contribution they gonna give us is like, subscribes, and
Yeah,
views.
that's what I meant by a contribution.
Yeah,
You probably thought I was thinking about money. Why?
yeah, because that's usually what they say. That's what you always hear. But I'm like, I want to say contributions.
We don't have any PayPal or.
I mean, I have a PayPal, but
I have
I
a
use that so.
I have a PayPal also. I just haven't used it in a long time
Or
because I used
Cash
to.
App to give us tips so we can have Dr. Pepper money.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
No,
Yeah,
I ain't doing that.
I do have a PayPal account, but I used to do like online surveys, and that's how I would get my PayPal.
Yeah,
But I don't do that anymore.
I only have a PayPal because of the fact that ordering from like Temu or anything else, I didn't trust it with my actual bank card.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not a big fan of the Chinese Communist Party on my devices, so I'm a little hesitant on Temu.
It's just like me. I had to
It's
do.
not doing
I
anything
had
to
to
your
do
device.
something I've never done yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You know how my back
My bank.
Looked at a
tire-
woman,
You know my back tire on my car, how it needs to be aired up.
I guess.
I stopped by a gas station. I had to use my card on one of those machines.
Yeah,
It's like I don't really trust that, but I need this done.
you could also just gone to the tire shop that does free air.
Where at?
Literally across the street from Berkshire.
Yeah, across the street from
My
you.
tire wasn't gonna make it to Berkshire's.
Where were you at?
I was up there on leaving my neighborhood, and my tire was like 95% flat.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's understandable. But anyways, we're going to end this video here. So we do appreciate if you do like and subscribe. Share our videos. Help us out. Maybe let anybody know. Let your dog
Smash
know.
that subscribe button.
Look.
Like there's nothing else to do.
And let me know if you want me to learn how to play drums.
Don't encourage him.
Because right now I know how to play. I already know how to play bass guitar, but I want to learn how to play a big gulp drum.
Well, encourage him. Maybe he'll actually do something.
Bye.
Bye.